You too. Anyway, now it's time to go over to our guest band this evening. New Age Grace. How you doing, guys?
How you doing?
Brilliant, thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, you're most welcome. Did a great set last time you came on. Who's going to tell me how the band started?
Amy?
Me?
Surely
I'm going to tell you how the band started.
surely
Yeah.
from last time.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it's quite a funny story, actually. It's funny for me, probably not for the people in the band. I actually auditioned for the band probably about 2015, and I went home and I turned them down.
No.
And it's been very awkward ever since. So I've been trying to keep to them. And then at one point, things weren't going the way I wanted them to musically, so I rang up Kenny and said, please can I come and be the singer for your band? That was about 2 years later.
Yeah. So 2017 we started,
Yeah.
and I've been going. Well, I'd say strong. We've been going up and down ever since, but we're at a point now where we think we're going strong. Since we were last on your show. Yeah.
Thank you very much for the kind compliment.
Oh no problem. Yeah, thank you, like I said, for having us back.
Um,
I did some right the last time.
What's the first track you're going to play for us this evening?
The first track is Porcelain.
Off you go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
So, Amy, where did you get that great rock vocal voice from?
My great vocal voice.
Your rock voice,
rock
yeah.
vocal voice, I should
Yeah.
say. It's taken a bit of work, and much like the band, it's kind of been a bit up and down. So
Mm-hmm.
not that long ago, probably about 12 months ago, I lost my voice entirely.
No.
Because I use it all the time. I teach as well, so
Ah.
I was using it during the day. I was using it during band practice, and I just wasn't taking care of it. I wasn't warming up. I thought I was too cool to do any of that stuff, and it just completely went. And I thought at one point I wasn't going to get it back. So it's been a lot of work, money, time, all kinds of different things to kind of get to where I want it to be. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. I'm happy that this is where it's gone.
Did you start off as a young person singing or study music and that sort of thing?
I did a GCSE in music. I studied music at school, and then also I was in choir when I was at primary school,
Yeah.
things like that. But then kind of didn't do it for a while, and realised that singing in a rock band was kind of the one thing I wanted to do. So pursued it even further, and now I'm looking after my voice.
Excellent. Who's inspired you the most in female-wise?
I would say Amy Lee from Evanescence. I think she's got an incredible voice.
Oh, excellent, excellent. And when you said it cost you a lot of money, did you have to go go to see a vocal sort of trainer or something
Yeah, I
like
had
that?
to go and get speech therapy, and it was I think it was about £175 for 45 minutes.
Oh,
Definitely don't think it was worth that amount of money. Sorry to all speech therapists. I'm sure there's incredible speech therapists out there, but yeah, I'm just glad this is where we are now. Because like I said, I didn't know whether I'd get it back, and I have. So
what's the sort of medical treatment when what's that? What did they just say? Rest your voice, don't speak, and stuff like that.
it's all kinds of stuff, and loads of things that you shouldn't do that you're not aware of either. So apparently, whispering is really bad for your voice. Even using things like hairspray, like you've got to be really careful the kind of stuff you breathe
Oh, you breathe in, yeah.
You know, you've got to steam your vocal, you've got to do exercises and stuff. So yeah, I've learned a lot really.
And when you say warming up, do you sort of like go into a little room now and go, oh, la, la, la,
Yeah, well,
la,
on the
la?
way here, actually, I was there with a little glass of water and a straw, making the most irritating sounds ever in Kenny's car, and he managed to
Sorry.
not lose his nut, so
Yeah.
it's all good.
I heard the rumour that Frank Sinatra used to hum all the time. He said
Ah.
that was good. He used to hum constantly. He wouldn't talk to anybody, he'd just be humming, and that was him warming up because when he was doing his night after night.
I read an article today about Lulu where she says she doesn't speak to anybody before 12 o'clock.
Yeah, that's probably right.
I can get down with that. Yeah, I'm antisocial, I can do that.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
What's the next track you're going to play for Scott? I know. Take a Stand.
Take a stand. Yeah, so this actually, we're a bit ahead of ourselves here. This is going to be our next single after
Nice.
the one that's coming out tomorrow. So we've already got this thing planned
Yeah.
to come out. So this will come out about July. We just wanted to load it up, banger after banger.
Yeah,
so-
why not?
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Okay.
Doing what I think is right, and if I'm wrong, I tried. I'll push all hope aside. If I found truth, I lied. I'll say what you need to hear, and you'll find out I disappeared. When you find it,
Shout out to Thomas Furner, shout out to Michael Day and Jill Day. Thank you very much, guys, for watching and listening to the show. Who's the chief songwriter in the band?
It's quite. I guess it's a bit more complicated. Kenny usually comes up with the ideas. I write the lyrics now, and then we all flesh it out. Tamash brings his bass lines. Obviously, Chris brings the drums, and we make it into a song.
Sort of a jam out sort of way of doing it,
it's
really.
a collaboration, I guess.
Yeah. And you said like you got a new single coming out in a couple of weeks. You got a single out this week and then another one. Yeah. Whereabouts did you record that?
So we worked with a guy in Leicester called Adam Ellis, who's at Deadline Studios. Shout out to Adam. And we just find that he gets us. He gets our sound. He gets Amy's voice. He's very, very good at vocals and vocal harmonies. So we worked with him. And the Deadline, like I said, is his project, his baby.
He's brilliant at what he does.
Yeah,
isn't he?
yeah. So we're finished. We're doing an album with him. We're hoping to finish that off after the singles come out. We'll do that as well.
Yeah. And do you enjoy going into the studio?
Yeah, love it. It's probably the one place where I'm happiest because you can just get all the ideas out. It's just such a creative, productive place. And sometimes when I'm there, I'm constantly coming up with ideas. So if Amy's doing a warm up, I'll just ask him to run the tape. Or it's digital now, just recording. I'll come up with something, knock something out, then we'll work on it. So it's really,
I think it makes us better live as well because
does,
we'll come up with new ideas and different things. When you can hear everything, track by track almost, you can kind of come up with better ideas. So
yeah, definitely.
What about sorry. Chris on the drums, does he enjoy going into the studio?
Chris?
I don't mind the studio at all, but I much prefer playing live. You can't beat that feeling of playing in front of a large audience.
Yeah.
And did they sort of make you play through a click track, Chris, or?
Yeah, I can play to a click track, but for me it's all about feel. And I do enjoy in the studio, but you lose kind of that element of feel when you're playing to a click track. So it's not my preferred way of playing.
No.
I guess the thing with that is it does take a bit of the humanity away from it, but at the same time it's easier for editing and dropping in and so on, because if it's all measured up to a click track, you know where you are. Where I've recorded before without a click track and it's horrendous, but you're trying to then redo something.
Yeah, some people will record with click and some people won't. That's why I sort of
Yeah.
That's the question.
I mean,
Yeah.
the great thing about this is we're playing live here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everything we're doing, I know that Paul records, which is great because you get that feel, that live feel.
Yeah.
But when you're in the studio, you want it to be polished, and especially when you're competing with
Yeah.
the bands that are on radio these days. You've really got to have a polished.
It's got to be a good
product.
sound, doesn't
That's
it?
right, exactly. Yeah.
But it's hard because you can polish it up too much, can't you? And then
Yeah.
you know.
And there's plenty of bands that have polished it too much.
Yeah. Because I mean, some bands are absolutely fantastic live, and they never seem to manage to capture that. You know,
Yeah.
doing a recording sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think live you've got to have a bit of kind of you're living it just on the edge a little bit. You know, you want to give people something that they won't get by listening to the record. And so what we do is we do a lot of radio edits. We have to these days because you've got to cut it down. So what we'll do in certain songs, we'll extend it, or we'll put maybe another track in there. For a long time we were doing the Kate Bush running up that hill. We're chucking that in the middle of a song and can find a way around.
Ah,
But it's just trying to you want to give the audience something they're not going
Yeah.
to get, an experience they won't get. So it gives them a reason to come out and not just sit at home and listen to it.
yeah. What's the next track you're going to play for us, guys?
The next one is Climbing the Walls.
So this was our first single, very first single we put out, and it wasn't done with Adam, and you can tell. But we're going to go and redo it for the album, so hopefully it'll sound
Nice.
I'm not sure how it started. Pinpoint when I lost my mind. Searching for something I can't find. Darkness holds me tightly. Comes a raging storm inside. Leaves me up, feeling nothing I can't hide. Oh, hide.
That was a rocker. A shout out to Mark Starsmore and a shout out to Stuart Whelan. So, your plans for the album? Are you going to do any hard copies?
Yeah, definitely. I feel as though obviously like today's world isn't about hard copies as much, but yeah, it's really important to us we have hard copies and maybe vinyls at some point as well. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, real that tape. We're very old school in the sense of I like to. I mean, I'm a collector of audio myself. I
Yeah.
like to give value for money. So we actually, when we record singles, we do B-sides, which doesn't make sense because obviously in the digital realm there's no such thing. But we just feel like it's good to give people and get as much of our music out there
Yeah.
as possible. So
Yeah.
On the new single there's a song which we'll play later on called Damage Done that we did with a local Leicester musician called Siobhan Matsey. And if you don't know, if you've never heard her, you need to go and check her out. She's incredible. And we did a gig with her last year, and Amy and her did a little homage together, didn't you? What did you do? Nothing Compares to You,
Yeah,
didn't you?
Sinead O'Connor.
Sinead O'Connor, Nothing Compares to You. And it went down so well, we thought we'll get her to come on and sing one of our songs. So yeah, you need to check her out.
Yeah,
Absolutely
I really love singing with her because our voices just seem to go, really well together. And on stage, we've got chemistry and stuff. So yeah, it was brilliant.
So, have you always got like CDs for sale at your gigs and stuff like that then?
We have now.
Yeah, it took us a while, but we got there. So yeah, we do have now. So you can pick up not an EP as such, but a compilation. So the first couple of singles and all the B-sides we've done so far. So there's about 6 songs on it.
Oh, that's quite good then, yeah.
Yeah, and again, like I said, it gets as much of our music out there. So we're writing all the time. So it just means we've got an outlet for it, which is good.
And we've got T-shirts
Yeah.
and stickers. There you go.
Excellent. You got somebody who mans a merch stall for you?
Not
Usually
yet,
at
if
the end
you're
of the
applying
gig.
for it.
Well, yeah, that's it. It'd be nice to pay somebody to do that, but when we finish the gig, I just run off stage and stand there looking friendly so people come over. I didn't do a very good job last time, obviously, because there weren't very many people coming over, but I'll try better next time.
And how much is a CD, if you don't mind me asking?
So £5 for your
Yeah.
I feel like I'm on the market now. £5 your CD.
You've got to market yourself, come on, because it all helps, doesn't it? Because, I mean,
But yeah, you can only buy it, like I said, the gigs. So it gives you another reason to come out because we're all about getting as many people out. And
yeah, of
live
course,
venues.
yeah.
Yeah, as we talked about earlier with the Charlotte going in Leicester, we're struggling now. So yeah, as many people to come out and support live music as possible.
We'll chat about the Leicester music scene
Yeah.
after the next song, shall we?
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. Well, we're going to play 2 songs back to back.
Oh, cool.
Mainly because I've got this guitar on, I don't want to switch back. But this song is, so the last single when we came on your show last year about this time, we had a song coming out called Not Like Them. So this is that single, and then we're going to play the new single which is out tomorrow called Without Conscience. We'll do them back to back.
Cool.
I've been this way for so long. I've been this
I
Loads of shout outs.
The new single.
Loads and loads of shout outs. Shout out to Stuart Whelan. Shout out to Graham Edgar. Shout out to Robert Green. A shout out to Sammy Adams. And a shout out to Tony Winter. And finally, Lynn Riddick. I know she lives in Canada, so you're reaching out to Canada.
Thank you very much.
Big shout out to Lynn. So, Leicester music scene. Let's have a little discussion about the Leicester music scene. How do you think it's going?
Try and be positive.
There's some great bands in the Leicester music scene.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah,
cracking
the
bands.
bands are definitely the positive thing.
Yeah, it's just a shame the way that things are going. I think it's not just Leicester though.
No,
it's all over.
it's UK wide.
Yeah, it's UK wide. It's such a worry because as musicians, obviously, our craft, what you want to do, as Chris said, is play live.
Yeah.
And when the places you can play live are diminishing, it's really difficult to find that opportunity. And it's going to be worse for, like I say, up and coming bands, younger bands who just don't have the places that we've been able to play, we've been lucky to play. So, but Leicester music scene on whole is very diverse. Obviously, we probably stick out a little bit because we're not aligned to the kind of up and coming kind of bands of a sound, but we still get a good following. And then there's other bands that have been well established. You mentioned Gay Bikers on Acid, I think was one of them.
Crazy Head,
Crazy Head was another one.
Zodiac Mind Warp.
Yeah.
They them guys are sort of all sort of like what sort of late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, and even in the 90s, obviously, the
Yeah.
2000s, you had a band called Prolapse, you had Yeah No, you had Kasabian, obviously.
Yeah.
And Chris's old band, well, he's been in a few bands around Leicester in his time, but they were quite big, popular back in the day. So, you know, it's got something, but it just needs
Yeah.
more
It's,
opportunity.
it's quite a big city, isn't it, really,
Yeah,
Leicester?
it's reasonable size, yeah. I mean, it's big enough, but not too big, and I think that's what's good about it. So yeah, and overall, I think we need to keep supporting these live music scene, and also things like yourselves. You know, it's great that people are tuning in and listening, but we need to keep doing that. We need to keep following these bands and promoting them and promoting shows like yourself, and ensure that we can keep this legacy going. Otherwise, we'll lose live music and we'll lose, you know, guitar-based music.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I always say if everybody turns to a cover band, you won't have nothing to cover in the end because nobody's doing anything original.
Well,
The
that's
thing is,
it.
like, obviously, I really appreciate the people that do come out and see
Mm.
us because you know, we can appreciate that people are struggling financially as well, and they might not have the money to come to every single gig they want to come to. So we do really appreciate it when people come and see us, and we hope they have a good
Yeah.
time.
Absolutely, yeah.
Did I see there's a venue there called The Musician? That seems to one that springs to mind.
Yeah, the musicians been going a long time, and it for a long while had some really great bands coming down. You know, really great bands starting out there as well. Bands have went on to actually win awards. Like the Cinelli brothers played there. The Fantastic Stone Foundation. The singer from what was his name? Phil Seth Campbell used to sing with the Temperance Movement. Came and played there. So yeah, they've had some great bands coming in. But again, it's just getting the people down there and ensuring that they're being supported and people are coming down and supporting it. That's the biggest challenge. And as Amy said, in this current climate, you know, it's just difficult.
I mean, it's double whammy because like pubs are sort of like suffering generally anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and people don't go out as much anymore.
Well, no, because they can't afford it.
After COVID as well, I don't think people do go out as much because they got
No.
used to not going out, didn't they? So
Yeah.
they've found other ways of entertaining themselves
Yeah,
aside from going out.
they found Netflix and
Yeah.
That's it. Netflix and chill or whatever. But at the end of the day, I think if you're right. If bands like us didn't exist and other bands I know that you've had on the show didn't exist, people would have nothing to cover. And all these great bands that people are covering started out like
Of
us.
course,
You know,
yeah,
the
yeah,
Beatles didn't just
yeah.
The Beatles were a covers band at the beginning, but if they didn't start writing their own stuff, it would have just been this constant cycle of the same music. We wouldn't have progressed, you know.
yeah. Do you find it particularly hard to get younger people out? You know, perhaps sort of people in their 20s and stuff like that, or
Yeah, I think a little bit.
Yeah, I think if it's hard, isn't it? I think
Yeah.
if you're younger and you've got younger friends, it's probably easier to get younger people out.
Yeah. Although I would say I went to there's a band from Leicester called Vardy. So Jamie Vardy and Nirvana had mashed it into it. They were a Nirvana tribute band, and they played with a Smashing Pumpkins tribute band. And this place was packed, and it was kids. It was literally like I was, wow, this feels like it's the 90s again. You know, it was absolutely rammed in this venue, and they were loving every single track. So I guess it's if they're finding it, and they just need places to go, and it's a lot of different things we need to find out to can get together. But again, if you promote it well and you really kind of hammer it home and you push for it, like we did with our last gig, the last gig we did last year with Siobhan Matsey. That was such a great gig. We had a band from Liverpool come down.
Nice.
They opened up. We had played second, and Siobhan went on last. And then we did the collaboration with the Siobhan, was it Sinead O'Connor song?
Yeah.
So that gave them something to go home with. You know, people.
That was an incredible night,
Yeah.
but it took, because Kenny organised it, it took a lot of work.
Things like that do take a lot of work, though, really, don't
Yeah,
they?
it was I think it was from about May last year that I started to book it, and then from May till November, we just push, just give them a reason. You know, every band were quite happy to support and help out and do videos, or we did a competition. If you bought a ticket, you'd enter a raffle. If you won, you could win merchandise from the bands, all that kind of thing.
Good
So it's
thinking.
about- yeah, it's about trying to make it an event as opposed to just make it a gig. Yeah.
And talking to gigs, have you got any gigs coming up?
We do, yeah. So tomorrow we play in Leicester at Firebug, which is the venue we mentioned earlier. We talked about, and then the next day after that, we're playing in Whitchurch in a place called Percy's Cafe, which is a cracking venue way out in Shropshire. Tiny little place, but great sound. So we're looking forward to that. And then we're taking a bit of a break. We've got another gig somewhere in April. So yeah, it's getting busy now. We're starting to get festivals as well, which is good because as we're starting to progress a bit more, things start to happen a bit more, which is good. And you know, just keep it going.
Snowballs, yeah.
Snowballs, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And that's how you get more fans, isn't it?
Yeah, you got to keep on working at it. Well, they say doing your apprenticeship, even if you've been doing the apprenticeship for quite a while.
That's it.
You
And I
know,
think-
sitting in the back of a van, travelling from A to B, doing gigs, swap gigs, all that sort of thing.
That's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
going to say we've got at least one more new fan as well that's watching tonight. So my sister's just had a baby, so we've got a newborn new fan hopefully that's watching.
What's your sister's name?
My sister's called Lex.
Big shout out to Lex.
Shout out to Lex and Zara and Zach. Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. Big shout out to all of them.
What's the next track you're going to play for us?
So this song's called Damage Done, and this is a song we talked about. We had Siobhan Massey come in and sing. She would normally do the backing vocals, but she's not here tonight, so you're going to get me. So here we go. This
Your
is-
voice will sound just as sweet.
I hope so. This is Damage Done.
Off you go.
Lying in the wreckage of our lives, barely moving, I've been left for dead.
So how do you go about writing your lyrics, Amy?
To be honest, I find it quite difficult in the sense of I don't just get... Kenny doesn't bring an idea and I just write the stuff down. I have to be in the zone, if that makes sense.
Yeah, sure.
And then when I'm in the zone or I've got an idea or a feeling that I've got, then I get it down. Yeah. Sometimes it takes too long, but hopefully it's worth it.
Not easy writing lyrics sometimes, though, is it? You know what I mean? So.
It's not. That's why I leave Amy to do it. It's not hard. I can come up with a line and then I get stuck.
You can't force it. That's the thing.
No.
I find that if I try and force lyrics out, it's not very genuine, and I think when I'm singing it, people will notice that.
Yeah.
So what's the sort of thing you like writing about?
All kinds of stuff. About the world mainly, about things that aren't going the way we'd hoped they're planned, and what we need to do to make them better. And just kind of like angsty feelings. I find that it's a way that I get everything out. It's my kind of therapy. So
Yeah.
if there's something that's bothering me, it's how I get it out, I guess.
Yeah, that's great therapy. Yeah.
Definitely.
I even find just doing the radio shows therapy for me. Yeah. Sometimes I come in and I've had a long day and I'm a bit grumpy. You know what I mean? And at the end of the show, I'm always going out really happy, no matter what.
And that's the funny thing, isn't it? Like, you'll never hear me write lyrics about, I went to the park with my boyfriend and I love him so much. Like, I just can't do that.
Good.
But once I've finished singing, whatever I've been singing about, no matter how angry it is, I'm very calm and chilled out.
That's the cathartic nature of music, I guess. That's what it's about.
Yeah. So how long have you been playing the guitar?
Since I was properly since I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
But I could have probably started a lot earlier than I did. I just, as you know, when you're a kid, you're not interested.
No.
But yeah, both Chris and I are self-taught, which is why there's so many mistakes. But Tomasz in Hungary, would you believe, where Tomasz is from, the government actually back and sponsor and support musicians.
Oh, that's great.
And we've been playing a number of years, which is why he's so incredible. So Tomasz is the dark horse of the band.
Yeah, he's unassuming, isn't he? Really?
He is, yeah. Just happy to be there and play. Yeah.
Has
I keep finding out new different things about him every week he went, and he's been in the band for a couple of years, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, he was with you last time you came on the show, wasn't he?
Was, yeah. We're the same lineup from last year. But yeah, Tomasz will just in passing just mention, I used to be in the army. I used to play for Ferencváros. We're like, what? On top of all that, he plays bass incredibly. So we're
he
very
comes
lucky.
across quiet, but he's a bit of a weirdo like me, so he just hides it well.
Indeed, yeah.
Do you probably generally mean all artistic people are sort of slightly weirdos anyway? And if you're in a rock band, you're probably you know what I mean.
I think we're all a little bit messed up. I don't think
you're messed up. You just.
I don't think I've ever never came across anybody who's completely sane in mind that is a musician. Put it that way.
And who sort of inspired you, Kenny, to take up the guitar?
I grew up on blues music. I had a very good uncle in America who would send me over like John Lee Hooker, B.B. King, Albert King, like all these classic bands. But then I found Paul Kossoff from Free. If you remember the band Free.
Yeah, sure.
I was really tuned into him. And then in the 90s, you had bands like Reef, a guy called Kevin House.
Yeah.
Again, they're all kind of similar lineup. One guitar, one bass, one drum, one singer. And I just found these guys they were better because they were able to fill that void. They were able to find that space in the dynamics in the music.
Sounds like you like a good riff. You like a good guitar riff.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, some of the best came from those bands, those eras, especially. Like I say, the All Right Now riff.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
knows. You can't get any better than that.
No,
really. So,
no.
Yeah, hats off to Paul Kossoff. But yeah, all that kind of stuff, and then just add my own bit to it. And I think being self-taught, it's not a detriment. It's in a way you find your own style.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's like if you learn to drive, your driving instructor will pass on his bad habits or his technique. Where if you play guitar, you learn yourself like drums, then you're always finding out yourself.
Yeah.
It comes through. You get your own.
Well, there's sort of two school of thoughts, isn't there? So if you're sort of classically trained and you learn to read music and all that sort of thing,
Yeah.
it can be like a bit of a cage, really, because you don't sort of stray out of that box.
Yeah.
Whereas you don't know the box, really, do you? You just like off you go. You're
Yeah.
sort of free and this, that, and the other.
Constantly.
It's like colouring in. If there's no lines, then you can't go across the lines. Can
Exactly,
Yeah.
it's all interpretation. I think that also means that it allows then, for instance, the music to be a bit more eclectic as opposed to just being one. You know, if I listen to Metallica, I'd probably just play Metallica and then write Metallica. Whereas, because I've got we've all got that
Eclectic, yeah.
eclecticism within the band. We make the sound what it is, and that then makes it New Age Grace, as opposed to you can't pigeonhole us and say that's.
No, I could just say you're a rock band, really. That's about as close as we can get to you, really.
Yeah, and I'm happy with that. You know, quite happy with that.
I think whenever people ask us, like, who do you sound like, I honestly have no idea.
Changes all the time. Yeah.
Just say, come and see us. We're a good rock band.
There you go. That's what
You'll
we should
find
say.
out if you come and see us.
That's the selling point right there. We're a good rock band. Come and see us.
Right, off you go. Is it Nice Try, the next one?
It's nice try. This
It
is
is,
talking
yeah.
about catharticism. This is Chris's favourite track here. So watch him speed up as he gets through this song.
Is it a fast one, is it? Does he like playing fast or
Oh,
something?
he loves it. Yeah.
Yeah.
See you looking at me. You want some? Well, help me. 'Cause you get close, like you're not sorry to say. You tease me, watch me walk away. Tell me now, what does it take for your will to break? Too late. Not enough. You're fired up. Baby, you're out of blood. 'Cause you get close and act up. Let's play fast. Time fast. Tell me now, what does it take for your will to break? Tell me now, what does it take for your will to break? I hope it's a ring to prove your worth, baby. If you want it, better get to it. No apologies, fall down to your knees. I hope it's a ring to prove your worth, baby. If you want it, better get to it. No apologies, fall down to your Break.
Oh, yeah, I can see why Chris likes that one. I can see why he likes that one. I like fast songs.
Yeah.
How long have you been drumming for then, Chris?
Maybe about 15 years on and off, but like Kenny said, I'm completely self-taught, so...
You had no lessons at all?
Other drummers look at me and they go, what the hell is he playing at? But
You had no lessons at all?
no, not a single one.
Well, you just got the drum kit out and away you go?
Yeah, well, I was kind of forced into it. It was, when I was younger, the school days, like, it was... all my mates said, let's start a band. And quickly everyone jumped on and went, I'll play guitar, I'll play bass, I'll sing. And I was like, well, I suppose I'm playing the drums then. And it kind of went from there.
And like you got the drum kit out, and how long was it before you like played your first gig after?
Well, it was, a year in the making. We
Yeah.
were kind of playing in the school practice rooms, and we played a few kind of the Saturday afternoon matinee shows you used to get at the Shed in Leicester, and they were always great fun. It was just full of rowdy kids with far too much sugar in their system.
Excellent. What was the name of the first band? Can you remember it?
It was Cat Jab.
Cat Jab. That's quite a good one.
I don't know where that came from.
Yeah. What about yours, Kenny? What was the name of the first band you was in?
The first band I was in back in Scotland when I was in my teens, but Shine, I think it was called.
Shane.
Shine, yeah, because we were back in the indie days when that was a big thing, wasn't it? All that indie Shine.
Ah,
So
I
we got it from there,
see.
but everybody kept, whenever we had the posters, everybody kept reversing the Y, as you can imagine. So it became a bit different. But yeah, that was it, and then just progressed from there. Yeah.
What about you, Amy?
Well, the first
First
band I
band.
was ever in,
Yeah.
I think it was called Falling for Eden.
That's quite a good one.
Yeah. And I think we released, I think it was a 3-track EP. It's one of those things now I listen to and I'm absolutely mortified when I hear how I sing, but it's still special, it's good memories.
Yeah,
isn't it? And
sure.
if I hadn't done that, then I wouldn't be here. So,
Yeah. What about Thomas? First band you was in?
That's my first band.
This is where you find out it's the Scorpions.
Was in Hungary. The Mute Man.
The Mootsman.
Mute Man, yeah.
That's quite good. Yeah. Like that one. And how long have you been playing the bass for?
Without giving away your age.
I'm not answer because I'm too old.
Fair enough.
But I started a lot of time ago.
All right. Like I said, understated. Or underrated. Right. Do you want to do the last two back to back?
Yeah, but we'll
Yeah.
do, yeah. This is our classic set ender called Don't Follow.
Or just got to give my dear lady Catherine Mason
don't follow
a
my
shout out.
music. I can feel the sunrise. Let it wash all over me. 'Cause in the end, well, I don't mind. Wherever I may be, you'll find me in the sun. You'll find me in the sun. Yeah. But when I'm under the gun, you know I'll never run. Don't follow, leave me tomorrow. Don't follow, leave me Well, I can see a way out when darkness takes over me, 'cause I am blind by your light. They take control
some emotion. You show to me. I wanna see you, hear you. I wanna feel you when you're screaming, raging me. I wanna see you, hear you. I wanna feel you when you're pushed over the edge. I wanna hurt you, so you speak. Your power silence is killing me. I wanna catch you open and watch you play. Maybe there's some emotion you show to me. I wanna see you, hear you. I wanna feel you when you're screaming, raging me. I wanna see you, hear you. I wanna feel you when you're pushed over the I wanna see you, hear you. I wanna feel you when you're screaming, raging me. I wanna see you, hear you. I wanna feel you when you're pushed over the edge. I wanna see you, hear you. I wanna feel you when you're screaming, raging me.
We've got a couple of more shout-outs and comments. A shout-out to Dave Allen. Thank you very much for listening and watching the show. Catherine Mason, she says, brilliant, go girl. And a shout-out to Chris Gardner. Do you want to reel off them dates one more time that you got coming up at the weekend?
Yes, we're Firebug tomorrow, Firebug and Leicester, and then we're on to Percy's Cafe in Whitchurch. Then somewhere in April we're playing in Loughborough at the Cask Bar. We've got festivals coming up. Check the website, newagegrace.com. You'll get everything on there, including the singles and videos.
Thank you very much. A big shout out to Paul Biggins on the mixing desk and
Thanks, Paul.
Steve Coxford doing the live video this
Steve.
evening.
Thanks to you as well.
thank you
Thanks
for
very
having
much.
us.
You're most welcome. This is Regent and a song called She Clocks My Head.